One of the first things that stood out to me about the University of Sheffield was the amount of support that I thought that I'd received. I actually applied for the course when I was living in Australia, so I was contacting the universities via email. And out of all of the universities that I contacted, this university was the first one that got back to me and provided so much information, so I felt like I'd really be supported on the course.
When I decided to make the big career change of actually training to be a nurse as a mature student, there were various universities within my geographical area that I could have gone to, so I had to really sit down and make an informed choice of which one was the best for myself, really. Probably don't need to tell yourselves that the University of Sheffield is an old red brick university with an extremely good reputation for research and for teaching quality, so that was immediately a big tick on the box that you knew you was coming to an institute that was highly regarded around the world.
I wanted to become a nurse because I was just really passionate about wanting to help people. I'd been working for charities, so more office-based, but I actually wanted to be the person out on the field, hands-on, and actually physically helping those people.
There's many reasons why I chose University of Sheffield, but to summarise, it's the reputation, it was the personality of the lecturers, the quality of teaching, really.
So during my course I've had 4 different placements in community, neuro, stroke and infectious diseases. It's really hard to choose one standout moment of my placements that I enjoyed because I've had really fantastic mentors and every day has just been so different, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to come into nursing, because it's so varied and you meet so many fantastic people.
My most enjoyable placement, if I had to pick one, would have been intensive care. Within the placement we had an opportunity to go into this environment. It would either have been in an A&E environment or an intensive care environment, and it was a big eye-opener because I'd never been in such a high-pressured environment before. It's very different to a normal ward.
But I think one of the moments that really did stand out for me is that first time that a patient or their family member says thank you to you. That's really why we want to go into nursing, and the first time that happened, you think, oh, I've done something good today, and it makes it all worthwhile. So during this course it is quite busy. You've got the placement and the assignments, but I think one thing that helped me succeed on this course, and one piece I'd give to anybody, is to find something that you really enjoy doing. So that could be reading, running, playing netball, just something that's a bit of time just for you to focus on yourself and just have some time out.
So the one thing that helped me succeed the most was definitely the academic support from the university, because it's a very, very challenging course in terms of both what's expected academically and the time you've got to assign to the course out your life. And having that real strong support network around you will really help you reach your full potential, really.
I think the toughest thing about being a student nurse is managing your time and finances. I was leaving a full-time job and returning as a student, and although we did receive a small bursary, obviously when you're balancing paying bills and a mortgage, it can be quite challenging.
To answer that question in isolation, the programme in general is a tough programme because it can be tough in what you're expected to learn and achieve, but then also it's not a normal course because you have to then do the placements as well on top of that.
At the start of the course I did have a part-time job, which was a commitment of 14 hours, and I'm sure as many of us I thought that I could handle everything and manage my time and stuff, but I did actually find that quite hard. So after the first placement and first unit I did quit that job just because I decided that I needed to put my studies first. But I'd say it's always surprising what you can overcome, and you get creative, and there is support around if you do need to speak to people if you have any worries about that.
I'm living proof that it's capable, and if you really apply yourself and you access all the help around you as well, that you can actually do it and achieve your end goal.
So in a couple of months I'll be starting my first position as a staff nurse on infectious diseases, which I'm really looking forward to. I had my management placement on there and I've really enjoyed the support that I got as a student. I've actually already got my preceptorship folder, so I've been looking through that, and the team are really looking forward to me to starting, so I'm really looking forward to getting going with that.
My first staff nurse post is in intensive care. I was lucky enough to have the opportunity to be placed within intensive care within my training, and I absolutely loved it there and thrived and just thought, I felt this is where the start of my career will be. And luckily for me, I applied for a job there and was lucky enough to be successful and actually start in a few weeks' time.
So in 5 years' time, I imagine I'll still be in Sheffield. I'm actually really excited about all of the opportunities that I think infectious diseases will give me. There's a lot of different opportunities for nurses within that field. So you could go on to do something with a specialist nurse. There's options to go and do a tropical medicine diploma, which could then maybe actually make me leave Sheffield and maybe I'll go work overseas, which I might get my travelling bug back again. So although I'm not 100% sure where I'll be, I think that I've got a really exciting future ahead within this career and within the first area of medicine that I picked.
I'm not really 100% sure, to be honest, because the thing is, you'll find out with nursing is it's a huge array of opportunities within nursing. So although I've actually started my career in intensive care, I would like to think that I would progress within that role. I've got the opportunity as well with this course to top up to do the Masters. So that's an opportunity for myself to come out with a Master's degree at the end of it. All I know is I've got a really bright future ahead of me within nursing, because there's so many different branches and elements to nursing.